So, good morning, kids. Here I am again with the topics studying the past. That is the very first chapter of history. Why I have chosen this chapter again? Because I have given you a question regarding the chapter. Okay. So, a lot of queries are coming to me that, ma'am, how we have to do it. The thing is that if you are sincerely going through the videos and through the notes, this question will be easy for you to solve. But then also if questions are coming, then it is my prime most duty to bring this video for you guys to let you help with this question. This question was nothing, this was like a smooth cake. Okay, if it comes to the chapter, whatever we have discussed. The way you cut a cake, the way you eat it up smoothly, the same way is this question also. Okay. So the question is saying the following events occurred in the given years. Okay. And you have to rearrange them on the timeline given below. So obviously you have to go with the dates, not with the events. Okay. The things you have to put here on the timeline given below, that is the number line, as you have already done in maths. Okay, 1 comes before, then 2 comes, then 3 comes, then 4 comes. The same way you have to put these years on this timeline. Okay, on the basis of what we have discussed earlier in the chapter, that BCE, before Christ era, will come before CE, common era. Okay, Christ era. And before Christ era, the years of before Christ era are counted backwards. How they are counted? They are counted backwards. Okay. Suppose that if 100 BCE and 99 BCE is there, then which will come before? 100. Okay, before 99. When it comes to BCE, when it comes to before Christ era, the 100 is a bigger digit, then also it will be counted backwards. Okay, here the 99 BCE comes later to 100 BCE, but in common era 99 BCE comes prior the year 100 CE. Okay, and the years expressed in common era are counted forwards. The way we count, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you must have gone through because you have been in class 5. In earlier classes also, the teacher must have taught you the backward countings and the forward counting, isn't it? So when it comes to backward counting, when your teacher has told to write backward countings from 100 to 1, then how you would have written there? How you have written over there? You must have written 100, then 99, then 98, then 97. And when the teacher asked you to write the forward counting, how you have written? Okay, what way you have chosen for writing it? 1, 2, 3, 4. The same way we have to do here also. Okay, so before Christ era we have to count backwards, as one of the hint is given to you that the third one, that is 10,000 BCE to 8,000 BCE comes first. Okay, after that you have to, if BC is there, then it is quite clear that we have to go with the numbers which are in BCE. Okay, so we have already done this, we are already done with this number. We are already done with this number, isn't it? That is, so we are already done with this number. Okay, that is 10,000 BCE to 8,000 BCE. Okay, now we have to find out the year which will come after this year. This means if we are counting backwards, so what will come after 8,000 BCE? Tell me, which number will come? Huh? You please tell me which number will come? The number which will come next is this one. That is 7000 BCE. Isn't it? So, the second number which is to be written here is is the point number 4. Okay, earliest settlement in Mehergarh will come after point number 3. Okay, so which number will come after 3? That is 4. Okay, moving on to which year is going to come after the earliest settlement in Mehergarh? Okay, the last year was 7000 BCE. Okay, after 7000 BCE, are you able to see a year which is closer to this one? Are you able to see it? I am able to see it. Let me show you which is the number. Okay, here you can see the number which is closer to 7000 BCE is 2500 BCE to 1500 BCE. That is Indus Valley civilization. Okay, what is there? Indus Valley civilization. Okay, so what will be the counting here then? Which number is going to come here again? After 4, that is 1 will come, isn't it? Which number will come? 1 will come. So, we are clear with 3 of the numbers. Okay, the numbers which we are clear with are point number 4, point number 3 and point number 1. Moving on to the next one. Which year is going to come after the Indus Valley civilization? See the number which is closest to this one. Are you able to find the number? I am able to find it. Let me tell you which is the number. The number is this one. That is 1500 BCE to 1000 BCE. That is early Vedic age. Okay. Which period will come later? After the Indus Valley civilization, the early Vedic age. So the number or the point which will be next to point 1, that is, what is the point? We have to write 2. Okay. Which number we have to write? We have to write number 2. Okay. Moving on to the next question, as we are done with this one also. Okay. Now we'll try to find out the number which is closer, the year which is closer to 1000 BCE. Are you able to see the number? You can see here this one. This is closer to 1000 BCE. And when you go to the above points, you will see that the later Vedic age, okay, the later Vedic age, okay, is the number, is the year or is the period which is going to come after point number 2, that is early Vedic age. So what we are going to have here with us, which point? Okay, so we have to found the number which is closer to 1000 BCE, and you can see here that the point number 5 is very closest to 1000 BCE, isn't it? That is for point 2, the point number 5 is very closest. The year which has been given in point number 5 is very closest to it. So the next number which is going to be on the number line, on the timeline, is the 5th point. Okay. Apart from that, you'll see that which number is to the next of this video, to the next of this number. So you'll find out, search for the next one. Are you able to search for the next one? Are you able to find the next one? The closest one to 600 BCE. So this number, which is 273 BCE, this number is the closest one to 600 BCE. So the next point which is to be laid on the timeline is point number 6. Okay, as you can see, I have already filled it because of some technical issues. I am unable to use the keyboard or the pen, okay, for including the arrows and numbers. There are something difficult over here. I am having difficulty in using these things, so that is why I have used the other arrows, okay, which is already there in our inserts menu. Moving on to the next one. Now we have completed all the numbers, all the years which were given in BCE, okay. We have learned from that is the years expressed in BCE are counted backwards. So we have seen the highest, the biggest digit, okay, is at the very first place. Means when we go for counting, backward counting numbers, what we'll do, we'll write 100 first, okay. So as per the backward counting system, we have written 10,000 BCE to 8,000 BCE at the very first place. Then point number 4, 7,000 BCE, which is closest to it, okay. After that 2500 BCE to 1500 BCE, okay. After that 1500 BCE to 1000 BCE, and then 1000 BCE to 600 BCE, okay. And at the last 273 BCE. It's not about the things or the period which is written before. You have to put the years only on the timeline, okay. Do not get confused with the years, with the age which I have written before those things, okay. That is only for knowledge. Since through these things you must attain the knowledge of these things also, that in during this period, during a particular period, this was happening, okay. Suppose like 10,000 BCE to 8,000 BCE, there was Middle Stone Age, okay. We know that Mesolithic period, okay. That is very necessary for us to understand these things, okay. But when it comes to timeline, you have to see the years only, okay. Moving on to, we have the digits left with CE only, that is Christ era. Now what we have to do, we have to count forward the way we count in mathematics, like 1 2 3 4. The same way we have to done here, okay. Which is the smallest year, or the year which comes prior, which will be coming first. See, the three years given here are 78 CE, okay. The numbers which are given here are 78 CE, 320 CE to 550 CE, and the last one 641 CE. So you'll see, if I'll give you that put signs of greater or smaller to find out which number is the smallest one, okay. So if we compare these years, 78 CE will come first, isn't it? So if 78 CE will come first, this means that the next point which we are going to put on the timeline is the 7th point, okay. Means that is Kanishka becomes the king, that is 78 CE. Moving on to next one. Now I think you must be able to understand which number is to be put in the timeline. Are you able to understand it? The next number which we are going to put is the rule of Guptas, that is 320 Christ era to 550 Christ era. Okay, the next number which we'll put is the rule of Gupta 320 CE to 550 CE. So the next number which we are going to put on the timeline is point number 8, and at last we are having the only point left with us. King Harshavardhana organizes a grand assembly at Kannauj, that is 641 CE. So that is the last digit which or the last year which we are going to put on the timeline. The last point also, that is point number 9. So here we are done with this timeline. I hope you must have understood about this, how to put these numbers. From next time, if anything is given to you or by the teacher, so it is very necessary to listen to the teacher first, what they have discussed in the video, and then to work according to the notes, okay, and according to the video. Do not skip while watching any videos. Do see the videos in a systematic order so that you will get a clear picture of the chapter, okay. So wrapping up with this question which you were all waiting for the answers for this question, that is why I have come here with this the answer to this question. I am wrapping up here. Have a good day.